Good morning, everybody. Hello and welcome to this Sunday live trading. Well, champion stream. I'm so used to do the live trading. Right, let me just pause this music. I hope you enjoy that. Feels like the start of a Disney movie. Yes. Hello, good morning. So welcome to Champion Stream 255. Filling in for Daniel. He obviously can't be here. He's doing nice business stuff for us all. And I'm just going to make sure that you can all hear me, and then we may proceed. So please give me a quick thumbs up on the chat if the music is okay. I mean, the sound. Moondream is in the house. Hello, Moondream, Alex Crypto, Moiso, Griff, Harrods. Okay, yeah, just let me know, please, and then we may proceed. I've got the webcam on. Why not? It's Sunday morning. Right, sound is good. Okay, Thurston. Bon dia, Igor. Okay, Africa. Okay, perfect. Sound is good. So, yes. So, yeah, I'm doing the champion stream today. So I hope you enjoyed this one. We're going to do a higher time frame analysis on BTC. As always, make sure you pause and read the legal important trade disclaimer. So let me make sure my webcam is all right here. There you go. Good afternoon from the Philippines. Yeah, so make sure you're okay with the legal trade disclaimer, because everything we cover here today is for educational purposes only, and it's not deemed as financial advice. We are not financial advisors, it's educational purposes only. All right, so we'll start. Looks like the sound is good. Sound check. It's 9 a.m. So yeah, let's kick this started. Right. So BTC. We'll start on the higher time frame, but I've got here the ETF on Bitcoin, and we can all see just by zooming out. This is a daily time frame, and on the CME you can actually use an 8 hours because it's the same. So that's why I like the 8 hour. And starting off with the quick lesson, daily 8 hour, exactly the same thing because of the duration of a day during the RTH hours. Okay, so 8 hour, really good for these higher time frame analysis. So this is the ETF, which is like the maturity of the BTC chart. If you all remember, we had the initial sort of start of the ETF. Okay, and from that start of the ETF at 52, okay, we went all the way down. And then we found that support around that $38. Okay, since then we made around all the way back up. Okay, touched the high, and we spent quite a long time on that high, which was a 52 high when the ETF started. So we spent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Okay, we broke out of it. Okay, so this level is of very, very big importance. Okay, and then obviously since then it's been gapped up, and just went until we made the range high. Let me just use that actually array. Range high at 73.6, okay, and then the range low, it's quite hard to pinpoint the range low, but I would like to think that the range low comes in here at 60, okay, because you've got the close of this candle here, so open close, okay, so here we go. So this is the first candle close. You back test it again as well, so, and then obviously now as well. So you have a well-defined low, so that's 60 dollars range low. It coincides with that $60,000 as well on for example, let me just hide those levels here for a second. So it coincides with the 60K on BTC, as you can see there. So let's go back to the ETF, okay, because it's good to do the analysis as well, just like you would, for example, on QQQ for the NQ and on the SPY for the ES, okay. So these are the big the big ETFs for the futures, okay. So nothing changed, nothing different from the crypto, and this is why I love the maturity of this market. Going forward, it's going to be really nice to trade, in the near future. And I can't wait for it to be there, just like those big markets. And it is coming. For example, you have SPY, and then you have ES1. You've got QQQ, you have NQ1, and then now you've got ARKB, whatever. There's a couple of them, okay. And then you have BTC1, so the CME. So these will all be really good markets to trade once the volume is like all injected in here. But right, so we've got range high, range low, and you can see that we are still just on that big, massive range, just finding that next level of direction. So it's like a big, massive range with a balance. So it's not bearish. This chart, it's not bearish yet, okay, for example, because we have not broken this low. So if we did break that, here it's coming in at 59. Actually, let me mark this properly. So 59, okay, and then the gap comes in at 59.1. Okay, so let's say we do come down here and then fell to come back inside. That would be a big sign of weakness, and we could see that 52K, which is the big consolidation we had. This is a few days here. Obviously, we spent way longer up here. So yeah, this is something to be aware, and you could set an alert here at the ETF, and then just obviously wait for that price to hit. Okay, but for now, we are still on that big range. We have not even got down to that 60 yet. The last time was on Wednesday, the 17th of April, and we've came all the way back up. We actually touch, this high at 66, okay, and we're just having a nice retracement. So when it comes to, market structure, higher highs, higher lows, like all of that stuff, we are coming down into support, and that is why I entertain a long on Friday, and that long I'm still holding, and I actually added a little bit more into it, and I'm happy to be stopped on this trade. And the reason why I've done that, it's because we are on BTC, we actually traded a little bit lower, and when you split the range, you can see that we are at support. And on BTC, I never like to short below that 0.25. I just don't want to do that, because I know BTC likes to always exceed expectations to the downside and to the upside, and it's just that kind of like experience. So I'm happy to just risk a little bit in order to get that nice move up. And sometimes you have to be a little bit early on BTC. I often say sometimes it's best to be a little bit later than too early, but on BTC it's kind of like sometimes the opposite, where if you're not early, you miss that the impulsive move, which typically is the move. And I hope that makes sense. But anyway, so I wanted to start just with this, just to show you how we are still bullish on the higher time frame, because we start with a retracement. We then spend consolidation at the only resistance at the time here. Okay, we break with gap. We've not revisited these gaps, so it's something to be aware of. Okay, but we are still trending higher and internally. So, low, high, low. That was the 71 pit stop. We rejected all the way back down. So for me, it's very much like once we reject that, we come all the way back down to the range. And then we obviously sign a little bit, we show a little bit of sign of strength here by even opening with a gap. This is the first retracement. So this retracement down here, it always looks like that nice long opportunity. Okay, so and now let me change this to, let's go now to the BTC pair on Coinbase here. So on Coinbase, let's start with the monthly, okay, and then we'll mark all the levels. So just bear with me for a second. Just quickly here, my phone is doing something. Okay, there. Let me just turn this off. Perfect. Okay, so on the monthly, you can see here we are still one time framing. So, let's go back to October even. Okay, so one time framing, and I hope you can all see that. Okay, there you go. And I think, okay, it's all okay there. So one time framing, and still, even to this day, we are still one time framing. Today's the 28th, yeah, 28th. So we are coming to the end of April, okay, and then we're going to start May as well. So this thus far has not broken any previous month low. So this market is still very bullish, okay? So you have the only big level up here that you have, which is the highest close above this level from the all-time high at 69. You have this level coming in at 61.1. Well, call it 61,300, okay? And since then, since that close, you can see now that we're going to have, if we close this month, for example, now, we would close now 2 months in a row above this previous. So this is kind of bullish. So this is the arrival candle, okay? So this is the first candle above the level, okay? We have now a second month, which is looking, okay, that it tried to go below, but it failed. Okay, so it's not broken one time frame. So this market is still very bullish. And remember, often on bullish markets, you typically go below that low just to remove all of them stops and then really go for it. We've not done that yet for a long time. So even if we do that this month, I would still see this as bullish, because it would be the first time we've touched it. And depending on the close of this candle, like say if we go down to a day and we go below, come back inside very quickly, then wow, this is the first month that we try to go down there, we clean all the stops, we come back inside, we close inside, and then we can get going again. So I'm only going with a higher time frame here, and as you can see thus far, there's really no alarm signs here to the downside. So we still have to remain collected and thinking, okay, give me that reason to switch my bias to short on the high time frame. Well, I don't have that yet, okay? And I hope that is clear, I hope that is clear. For example, like here, so you have, and this is what I said earlier about being a little bit early on BTC, because these candles are so long. So if you wait for the close on the higher time frame, you may miss the boat, because that candle could be a 10K $10,000 candle, for example, and that would be a bit too deep. But anyway, so this is the monthly. Okay, so the monthly, we are still above the previous all-time high close. Okay, so you've got the close up there, open, and then obviously close below. So we are above that, and sometimes it's good to put the yeah, there you go, the area, because you can see the close. So here's the close. Okay, we're still above it. Okay, we've already come back down. We've tested it a couple of times, as you can see here on the closer. So 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, twice. So let's see now if we can rotate this and go back up and attempt to either fail at the high, you know, the 73 to 75K, or go all the way back down. Right, so this is just the simple way to look at this. Okay, it's just on a higher time frame, market structure, one time framing. Okay, so let's do I want to mark these levels? You know what, let's do that. I'm going to mark this as the let's do this. I'm just going to move my microphone. I'm going to close last monthly. I'm going to mark this month close. Okay, so this is like a really big level, and I'm going to put this on higher time frame. Oops, is that the one? No, not this one, but this one here. Yeah, because this is important. Okay, so we basically don't want to see, right, going into May, we don't want to see May start to trade below that last month close. Okay, because it means that it's done its business up here, and we might be trying to get acceptance below this level, which then could bring us all the way back down to, okay, so go back to ARK, which is the the high here. And look, even here on the monthly, you can see, like, you know, we made a massive gap. We could actually go with the gap low, which is the low down here. It's tried once. It's that SFP. That would be lovely, right? Let me just delete this as well. And I'm actually going to put an alert just in case we get the move down there. So 59.50. Okay, so I'm just going to set one, and you should do the same. So 59.50. Okay, which will be 59,500, which will be really nice because it's $500 below 60,000. Okay, so yeah, I've marked this level here just in case we potentially open May tomorrow, and we do a quick long, you know, low print of the month below 59.6, and then come back inside it. Because you have to go with the gap, okay? And currently, you're having an inside month, right? Look at that, inside month. So it's kind of like gearing up for the next move on the higher time frame. This could be, right, like, you have to really look at this. Where did the previous kind of like range came from? Well, clearly from lower, okay? This is an arrow, by the way. So clearly from lower. So direction is up. Okay, so we have to entertain the long trades at the low of the range, especially if you want the best entry. Will have to be below that low with all of those stops being paired. Okay, so you have market sell stops from anyone that is long, okay, to protect the long trades. You know, those market sell stops will be the nice limits for you to pair your longs, okay, to obviously take it higher. So here's just that like higher time frame context. We haven't even looked at anything else, but there you go. So I've set and let that just in case we do print the low of the month all the way down there at 60K or just below 60K. So let's go back below here, which will be, there you go, it's exactly the same level. That's why I like to look at this, because the price is the same. You just add a few zeros to it. Okay, so that's the monthly, and I'm going to mark that, and I'm going to put this into my higher time frame range, and then I'm just going to enable now the higher time frame range, and I'm going to go down to the weekly. Okay, and I'm going to sip my my drug, which is my coffee. Cafe. Okay, right. So like that's with all of the levels marked now. Okay, I'm just going to quickly expand that. So this is our range, which look at that. It's coming in. Right, so that last month close, okay, which is very important. Look how this is achieved, even on a newer range. Look at that. So I'm going to hide this. I'm going to hide this, and that too. And look, so the last month range, okay, check this out. It's the absolute same as the low on the daily close. You got the high and you've come back down to it, to the absolute cent. I mean, look at that. That is incredible. So, and that is the low I've been working with, as you all know, for quite some time now. Okay, so remember what I said, I think it was Wednesday on the morning update, where I say that, you know, once you break the high, okay, the move back down, you can't see that as too bearish because you're going to have the support. I actually chose the low here. I have to go back to see that, but I mean, I chose the low. I think I did. I didn't choose the high. I chose the low there, which is the daily candle. And look at that. Again, kind of perfect. So yeah, I am still long, by the way. And I made that aware on Friday. Okay, so I do like that last month close. But you don't even have to have that. You can just have the normal range. So from low to high. And then that's the range you're working with. So below the 0.25, in other words, this box here, okay, so, oops. So this little box here, you don't want to be a seller. You just don't want to sell down here. I've seen so many traders get chopped. You know, they make money on the drop and then they get down here, they add more and they just lose it because you don't want to drop it. Can it drop down to, you know, the range high where we have the nice 50 target? Absolutely. Absolutely, but this is not the place to take that short, okay? You almost want this to actually break the range low. Let's say we do this and then spend some time here and then lose that low. I would prefer to just take, let's say, even if it's from 58 down to 51, which is a 10%, I would prefer to take this 10% than to risk, let's have a look here, than to risk all of that. It could be 3, could be 4, could be 5%. So I would prefer to have that confirmation at the range low break, and then you have the arc. So you have the what's it called? The ETF. You have all of this range as well. So I would prefer to take this trade than to be looking for a trade here, because we are from range high to range low, we are at the low. And on this pair, it looks even better because on this pair, you actually took the low and you had the back test now. So let me just see very quickly here. Yeah, that looks nice for the long trade. It can come all the way down to 62 still. But obviously we're trading at the weekend and we've already done that this weekend. Okay, I hope that really makes sense. It's you know, you want a higher time frame analysis. This is it. This is how we have to, you know, get there. So okay, so that's the 58. I can delete this. That's the box that you don't want to be taking any shorts on here because it just doesn't make sense on the higher time frame. Okay, and then you got the low there. And now let's take a look at this with the candles. Okay, so this candle, it's still not quite finished. And it's nice because obviously it's the beginning of the month, it's the beginning of the week. So you don't want to see this just move up first, because if it does, then you want to kind of like print the low of the week just below. Okay. So this does look a bit unfinished, but you know, it's that nice daily close on this. So that's why it kind of opens and it just has that move up straight first. Okay, so I have the alert on the 60k below set on the ETF. Let's make a plan here more locally. I mean, we could look at we'll take a look at that in a second, the naked point controls and all. But let me just see. So we rejected from the EQ. That was good. That was the 67,000 point of control as well. So if you all remember, Severin covered this very well on the public stream as well. So yeah, we rejected from that. Yeah, coming back down into that support. So that last big candle, call it a bullish, for example, order block, as ICT would say it. So that would be the last red candle. Is it a swing low? Yes, it is a swing low. But then you have this massive long wick, which you can actually call this an emotional wick. And if you do so, this actually becomes a really nice swing low. So did we break a high? Yes. Did we hit a level? Yes. What was that level? 67k. So this, okay, is somewhat a break of structure because this is a nice swing high, okay? However, it fell here because it's a big point of control. Okay, where did you come down to? Well, we came down to the value area low there. So we come down to the value area low, and we've tried not once, not twice, not three, not four, but this is the fifth day now that we're trying to either close above, which we have all of the times, and we've not successfully closed below. So this value area low is the level to watch. Okay, so we want to see a good nice wick. You've got you already got 1, 2, 3. So you've got 3 nice wicks here already. Okay, so this is already looking nice. Can we get another wick below this level? Let's say, for example, tomorrow or even today, we come back below this. Okay, you know that this will make a lot of people scared. Okay, but if we then can find support down there between that 62, this could really go. And you know the target already. Take profit 1 will be above that 68k. So take profit 1 will be above the 68k because you don't want to take any profits here. Okay, you just want to let this rip. Okay, and then once you get to 68, you can bet your socks that everybody that went short down here, they are going to get squeezed out. And then before you know it, they will be at 70k even before that. And for that, then you can just bring your Fibonacci -1 retracement, choose the low. You can actually choose the one before. Okay, the high at the point of control 67k, and then that brings you again back to that 75k level. Okay, so this is the bullish plan. The bullish plan, it's kind of like cooking right now. So this is my kind of like idea for the bullish plan, where you can actually take this all the way back up to range high. Stop has to be below that low. Okay, so there you go. That's the bullish plan on BTC. The bearish plan is if we start getting acceptance back below this value area low, meaning a daily close followed by another daily close and looking really weak. Okay, then we could start getting into trouble. But I will not short any of this, like niente, zero. I will not take any short. So on my charts now, you will either see me looking for longs, taking long scalps, but no shorts. I will not entertain any short down here. So this box, like I said earlier, this is the box that Igor does not short. Okay, and you know I do not short either lows. I do not short lows. I will short the low if we get that nice move below and we back test it, and then we have the confluence lower time frame for the short trade here to then take the short from 58, like I said earlier, remember 58 down to 50, which is done here. Sorry, my microphone is in front of my face, so I can't see. So I'd much rather get that 10% move than to try and be a knife catcher here, below here, or just too adventurous. So I'd prefer to be a little bit late in the scenario, but then catch that nice short below. Okay, I might miss it, but we've made money on this range, so why throw it away by trying to anticipate a move that it's clearly looking bullish on the higher time frame still. Okay, sorry about all the squiggles here, but that's just to arrive at this plan. So yeah, that is the no short box. Okay, you can short in there if you see, for example, like the daily trades. Do I want to delete this one? No, I want to keep that one. I'll keep this one as well, but I'll take these. Okay. And I'll take that one as well. I don't need that. I don't need this one. Okay, so that's the value area low, can go as well. And then this one is, okay, the height, that can go as well. Just kind of organizing this. So I'm going to delete this and I'm going to put the long there. Okay, good. And the fib retracement, which is the targets. Okay, so this, I'm going to name this as my long setup, long. And look, we haven't even looked at point of controls, anything else. Oops, there you go. And this could actually go above the highs. Where's the highs? Okay, so we have the range high. Yeah, there, that's fine. Because that will be the range high. There, 0.25, we're below, yeah. Being below here, and I'm sure you can understand. I mean, why would you take a short where your invalidation is here on the higher time frame, okay? But the best long trade, okay, the best long trade would be that sweep, okay? Sweep at the overall range lows, like meaning, you come down here, you go back inside, and you come back. That would be a daily close back above here. that would be music to my ears. Okay, so that would be the best long trade. So if you're not long yet, okay, you can wait for that. Okay, my long, it's still open, but I'm willing to just allow a little bit of a hit on this one. Okay, and I might even add on to it, or take profits if we get a little pop. I'm in profits already, but if we get a little pop, I'm happy to take some profits and let it come back down, and just treat it as like a trade that I can really have a bit of room on this, because my targets is I'm gonna let it run. And the bearish side, I'm not going to look at it too much because of where we are on this chart. Yes, we can just roll over, close below, and then go and then see that 50k. And in fact, let's take a look at the weekly 200 SMA. Weekly, I want to see where it is. Should be so far away. Oh, there you go. So it's way too far away. The 50 is coming in at 40, so there's the range. And then let's take a look at the daily. And the daily is at the 50k. So there you go. So we do have confluence for that drop. And remember, on bull markets, BTC likes to come down, hit these big, massive moving averages, okay, and even go through them, and then still, right, look, still, remember the last one, still go and take that high again, touching the 200. Okay, so this is that. Just trying to find all of the confluences. Look at that, below the 50. This is the daily, very good high time frame. 1, 2. 100 support will be coming in at the 60k, so that's nice confluence there. So yeah, I mean, look, clearly I don't want to be bearish. Yes, locally, lower low, lower high, potentially another lower low, but we don't have that yet. What we have is the box of support right here between 62 and 61. That is the little box of support, which, we shouldn't really be shorting. Can I short, for example, from 64 down to 61? Absolutely. You can short, but that is more of a local trade between the range high and the range low. So now, if you, yeah, exactly. So if you're talking more local range, then yes, so just split this range in half, okay, use the 0.25, okay, and then you can look for that 61.4, okay. So, but again, look, this is why I don't want to entertain the shorts here, because it's low probability. Why? Well, because you're at the 50%, so you either want to wait for the SFP above 65, and then yes, then potentially you could entertain the little short, and this is where I would take some profits on my long and potentially look back down, and that's a 3k range, well, nearly 4k, so that is okay. But this is more for, like, let's say tomorrow morning, once I get the open, depending on where you are, tomorrow morning when I do the morning update, we might have this local setup, but higher time frame. I don't want to take shorts down here, and I hope you can see that. I'm going to take some questions, and then I'm going to take a look at the point of controls and single prints, because we do have quite a few levels in between here. So if you have any questions, or I'll open the questions. So if you have any questions, pop them in now. Okay, we've been going, 30 minutes. That's great time. Yeah, love the nickel candle analysis. Paints such a clear picture. Thank you. What do you think about the wick? The week of Friday close. Friday close. Yeah, it's fine. Week. Yeah, Friday is fine. You have two nice weeks there. Obviously, Sunday, no, not today. Absolutely. So the question about the ES, I mean, look, ES and NQ, we cannot forget these markets, okay? We cannot forget these markets. Look, ES has done a really, 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 really lovely bounce here. And this is the big psychological, I mean, what is this level? Look, this is the 5,000 level, and we've closed above it. We've come back down, and this was a beautiful back test on the higher time frame. Okay, so you have the close of the high, you go through it, and now you're getting this nice impulsive move up. I mean, don't forget, you still have really poor highs here. This could be attacked. We don't know. if it will. We are below the 50, so a little bit more bearish when you're below the 50, but higher time frame again, we are still moving higher. This is the ES. Again, on the NQ, you've got the same absolute thing. We can even hide these moving out. I mean, look, long term, where are they pointing? Up. So you kind of have to, and Daniel always says this all the time, like always bullish on the stock market. Why? Well, because of this. Look, we actually back test the range high from the left, okay, which would be like BTC backtesting 50K, right? We don't want to do that. We set SFP. So yeah, this is bullish. You break structure, you come back down, you've got from low, even to this high locally here, look, that you come all the way down to the 50%, and that's where you find support, and then boom, you blast through. So stock market is bullish. BTC is at range lows. Okay, look, BTC is at range lows, so you don't want to be shorting higher time frame here, because you take a short, you say, okay, that's it, I'm going to take a short, expect 50K. You take that short, BTC will do this, and then boom, and you're like, what just happened? Well, you're still bullish. I'm not saying, by the way, that this is what will happen. I'm just saying that we are at the range low, from high to low. This is that little box that you don't look for shorts. You know this. I've made that very aware. But yeah, it does go well planning with the ES and NQ, which are higher time frame, very, very bullish. Okay, I think you misinterpreted February or for Friday. For my question is about the monthly time frame. Oh, monthly. Okay, so on the monthly, so what is the question exactly? So you said the week. What do you think of the wick of February candle close? Oh, the wick. Okay, so Feb. Feb. Oh, down here, that's fine. Yeah, no, this is fine. Yeah, this wick down here, February close. I mean, this wick down here. You mean the close up here? I'm not sure. I think with this, it's best to have a chart. But look, you're on one time framing. You're bullish on the monthly. So if you refer to the monthly, you're bullish. And this chart, is still higher time frame trending higher. Okay, so it's still bullish. You're going to have low wicks to the downside, because as soon as it opens, and it trades just like $100 to $150 below, $300 below, the buyers are there because they want to be the first ones to get in at the very, very anything below the open. That's where they want to get in. Okay, because they don't know the range high. They can project, they can do the Fibonacci, like the extensions. They can do that and says, okay, well, perhaps we can go up to 45, but they don't really know. Like, for example, now, you can try and project the range. So use the current month or the previous month, go from high all the way to the low, and it says, okay, if the next month opens, I want to be a buyer. Let's say it opens at 65. Okay, opens exactly at 65 tonight, 1 o'clock, or tomorrow morning. And says, okay, I want to be a buyer below, because this could go to 88. So you buy the best price below. That could be 64,300. So you're gonna have on the monthly, you're gonna have a tiny wick, okay? Because buyers are like, I just, yes, I will allow a little bit of a stop loss, but I'm expecting, at least 2 plus. So 1.5, 2, yeah, that's 88,000. So this could go all the way up to there. And then you have that candle that looks like, let me just try and move this to the left. There you go. You have a candle that looks like this, but it's got a tiny wick. Okay, that wick might not go too deep. I can't really do it here, I'm afraid. But you get the point, right? So similar to what you got down here. So that open, okay, down here, it opens. The traders were like, okay, this could go, let's do this the other way around. This could go, and let me just do this here. So this, there you go. It could go 1.5, it could go 2, it could go 2.5, or it could go 3. So, you want to buy anywhere below that open. I mean, I referred to this down here. So that wick to the low side will be very small, okay, because you're on a really bullish uptrend with candles doing like 5K, 10K, 11K, rises. So that's how you do it. And that's how they see it. Not unless you broke structure and you are now starting to downtrend. If that's the case, then you do the reverse. You go from previous month, low to high, and then you target those negative targets to the downside. That's how you can do it. Okay. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope it's clear. Okay, so we have a CCV today. Could you line up with taking yesterday's low? That will be more like a low time frame. Yeah, I mean, don't forget, we're going to have, let's take a look at the CME very quickly. So CME, okay, let me just remove this fib that I have. I was actually looking at negatives on the CME to see, targets. And it is funny because we do have 75K as target. Oops, not that one. This one, negatives. Yeah, it comes to 75 exactly. And look, again, this is the CME. I can't be bearish on this chart yet. I just can't be. We're ranging sideways, but at the lower side of this, we're going to open with a gap. So 64. Where are we now? 63. So we're at 63.8. We close at 64.3. Let me take a look at the. So we close at 64.700. So the 64.700. Yeah, just there. Okay. So we're going to have a little gap there if we open below, but that looks like a nice swing low. But look, I would say we can allow, that box would be the best one, to be honest. And it's not me being highly confident, not even touching any shorts. I just don't want to. I just really don't want to. If and when the monthly low gets broken, the previous month low, then I will switch gears. Until then, below the 0.25, I will not look for shorts. That's it. Simple. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, we'll open with a gap down here. Weekly, daily means we're going to be 100 most likely. Most likely, in terms of percentage, is quite high, but it doesn't have to happen, okay? Lots of shots coming in. Let's take a look. Let me take you to, actually, we can actually do, I do have, let me just hold on to this one here. Let me just do this one. Right. Okay. So this is the BTC USD perpetual. Okay. I've got some moving averages. This is the 30-minute chart here. We don't really have bearish CVD or bullish, here. Bearish, potentially, but this is the weekend, right? We're above VWAP, okay, on the, so this is previous weekly, okay, so we're above that VWAP weekly. Clearly, you can see since we've rejected 67K, lower low, lower high, lower low, another lower high potential, we've cleaned the stops. We have a wickless daily. So yes, we could potentially, trade back below. So there is like low time frame, and that's what we'll cover tomorrow. Low time frame, there are shorts to be taken, okay? But higher time frame, you have to be conservative on those shorts because you could get those, like yesterday. I saw that move. What time was that? It's around here somewhere because I was out. Oh yeah, 6 o'clock. I did see this rise yesterday, and I was like, oh, okay. You get these, especially on low liquidity days. So this is locally, but you could get something like this, where it really just goes and takes all the stops and gets going, and then there's interest of new buyers. So yeah, higher time frame, not the best place to be looking for them short trades. Okay, based on where we are. But yeah, still trending. I just wanted to look at CVD. Not much there, but let's take a look even higher here. So from the low of the 17th to the low of the 27th, which was yesterday, we do have some bullish CVD. So, but it's too high time frame for me. And I don't really trust that higher time frame. So we're talking, 543, okay. And then down here, we're talking 6. Yeah, so, quite a little bit, actually. There is a little bit of absorption going on here. So quite a lot of people like doing those limit orders there. So price comes down with those market sells, and there's like pairing limit orders there holding price up. So you've got that difference in the delta. But there you go. So that was that. And then now I'm going to take you over to the big point of control ones. So this is the classic TPO chart that I've recreated for the Quant Tower. Okay, it's really nice. The only thing you have to do sometimes is disable the fixed ratio, okay, which enables you then to kind of like zoom up and down this way. Okay, and there you go. So below price, we have the single prints. So the single prints start at 58. The first one would be nice, to be honest. Let's say that we do reject, like we've just touched the point of control there on the open. So this is the open today. You can see there's no wick to the downside. Why? I don't need anything else, just this. So you've got A, look at this. So all right, chart, yeah. So you've got A. So A opens, okay, and that's the right time as well. Look, there you go, 1 o'clock. So A opens last night, okay, and moves instant up. Look, A opens and then goes up. All right, so there's no trading below that A. You hit the point of control time, not volume, not anything else, but time. Again, on BTC, it's always time. It's the most respected one. You hit that time there, G high at 4 a.m. this morning. Again, you know, some of you know at 4 a.m. between 4 and 5, you've got that liquidity injection, and then 6 a.m. to 8 a.m., and then 12 to 2, and then 7 to 8. Always the same kind of like time. So you get that injection of liquidity, you then hit the naked point of control, which was not anymore, and then you get that nice rotation back down to value area low, okay, but you're now local downtrending, you've got a wickless low, but you have big support coming in at 63 exactly, okay? So 63 is local support for today and tomorrow. And that will be sufficient to print a wick low, because that will be around $1,300. Okay, so that's enough. Like I said, sometimes on a monthly, you might even just get $300, and that's sufficient. So yeah, losing this low now, okay, from Friday. So losing the low from, is it Friday, 27? No, Friday was 26. 26 there. Yeah, so losing yesterday's low, it can bring us a little bit much lower. Where's the value? So the naked value, yeah, we've already touched it. So there's nothing else. Can you see? Like, there's nothing else down here. So here's the naked value, which we touched. Okay, so that's naked value, 62. And below here, it's 58. So this is why I don't want to entertain any shorts down here, because yeah, we'll go all the way down to 58. So there's no much reasons to come down here. We can, but yeah, I'm just not feeling it. And obviously to the upside, we have, 65, we've got 66, we've got then 67, just the point of controls. We've got all of the single prints. There's just so much to the upside on an uptrend on the monthly. So losing the range low will be significantly bearish, because obviously we're going to start feeling those single prints come back inside. If we then find resistance, like I said earlier, then I will look for that 10% move, okay, from the 60s back test all the way down to the 50s. There you go. So that's a 13% move to fill all of these single prints. That I will entertain. But up here, I'm not going to entertain what, a 3-4%? Yeah, 3% move. So this is a 3% move that I'm willing to, it's that nice range to look for them long trades. And I hope that makes sense. There you go. I think I'm not going to spend much time here. I could show you though. I could show you this, which is amazing. So this is the ES. You can see with the local downtrend, makes a really nice low through that 5K level. Okay, let me just mark that. So 5K will be, yeah, I knew it was around the value area low because I remember taking this long. Okay, so let me just mark exactly what it was. There you go. And please don't sleep on the ES. Please. This market is incredible. Incredible to trade. So well respected. So if you like this, the point of controls times singles, honestly, come up to this market, because it's so well respected. So well respected. You have to give it a try. Okay, so you break, look at that, it's just brilliant. So you break the high, look there, you come back down, and then it's just off to the races. And now what you've done on a higher time frame, right? This is local, and what you've done on a higher time frame is exactly the same. So when you merge all of these A's together, so this one, look, you break structure. Thank you. Here, okay, look at that. So you break that structure, you come down into support, and then boom. rise. So now, isn't it similar to what we see here? It's the exact same thing. So you come down to support, which is the range, the absolute range low. You did not even take the previous month low. So the market makers did not allow for that previous month low to be taken. Is there engineering liquidity? Yes, it could be, meaning that we might get that SFP, okay? But you don't know that. And let's say you're trading at 70K and you're waiting for the SFP, you're going to miss the trade, okay? Did we break structure? Yes, look at that. We've got the structure here. We tried it once, twice, broke the structure, but that point of control was just so heavy, okay? We reject once more, and it looks very similar to this on the higher time frame, right? And then look, that's the impulsive move that sometimes is just really hard to get in. I took it, and you know that when you were in a chat, because I was even telling you on the NQ, I was looking for that 17,450, which we got, 17,450. Where is it? 450. Oh yeah, down there. Yeah. To recap, 45 minutes. To recap, I don't want to be entertaining shorts down here. I mean, even on the CME looks a little bit more bullish. So yeah, let's recap. I don't want to entertain any shorts down here. Why? Because I feel like we could move higher. Okay, this is a range trading. Okay, range high, range low. You know, you don't want to be shorting down here, as well as you don't want to be longing up here. So for example, this is when, for example, now let's say we do come here and then go to the high. A lot of people will be like longing up here, expecting the breakout, but then we could just do what we did here, rejects once more at 71 kp stop and calm back down. And you're like, whoa, what is going on? Well, it's just a simple range trader. Remember what Daniel always says, and it's just the most simple way to do. It's long range lows, short range highs, and you know, just pop the higher time frame range. There you go. You're at it. You're at that range low, value area low. So that is why we're spending some time here. You know, 4-hour close, 6-hour close, 8-hour close, daily close is the best. So you need to zoom out a little bit and wait for the higher time frame closes, even a weekly, right? And we went through the earlier. Even on the weekly, okay, you've not closed one below that value area low. Look. You've come down. Oops, you've come down. Let's do this. Look, you've come down. This is the weekly chart. And I'm going to place the value area low. Look, you've come down. Look, 1, twice, and 3 times, and yet no closes below. So if you're trading on the higher time frame, this is the chart, weekly. Okay, give me a weekly close there, and then I could potentially look for that, 10% drop. But we don't have that yet. So I can't be bearish, not yet, not at range low. Does it look weak? Not really, to be honest, because on the monthly we've not even taken the low. Give me the low taken, spend a little bit of time here, and then we could have the following. Look, the candle is already here. Look, this is what the candle would look like. You'd have the open below the level because it's closed below, back test, and then go all the way down to 50k, and then maybe even like, let's say 49, and then close at 50k. Okay, and then you have that nice bearish candle down here with like a move down. That would be like a nice swing eye rotation, but we don't have that yet. It's like trying to anticipate something that it's still in the making, and the trend is the opposite direction, which is the higher side. So there you go. The recap is done. We have a bullish market still. On the higher time frame, weekly, we're range. Oops, there you go. So we've got the wrong screen here. But yeah, so we have a market trending higher. On the monthly, we have the weekly, okay, down here coming down 1, 2, 3 weeks, three weeks so far, unable to close below value area low. So that to me is like the market makers are attempting, but they cannot. There is just still quite a lot of demand here. Do we have a rate on stops last week? Yes, we do. Look at that beautiful week low. What do I always say? You want to see that smiley face. What's the smiley face? 1, and then 2, and then 3. So yeah, can I allow to go down to even 61, 62? Sure, but ultimately that low needs to hold. So your line in the sand for the invalidation of this long trade is the low. Okay, close below the low. That means the weekly close will potentially close below that low. Then you could look for that 10% move. Do I have that? No. Okay, where's the higher time frame direction? Up. Okay, well, let's entertain longs. Yeah, sorry about the screen, but it's here now. So there you go. So this is my higher time frame plan. You know, I've not even entertained the shorts. I know where they are. Okay, locally, we'll cover one maybe potentially even tomorrow morning on the morning update. Okay, because yeah, you know, there are still nice trades to be here to be taken, but ultimately this value area low here is very nice support. You can see that they've tried once, twice, 3 times, again back above it. Okay, and then from there we can then take another informed decision locally. So hopefully tomorrow morning, depending on where the close of the weekly is, I can come in and we can have a really more redefined. So we'll go over these levels again and try. But yeah, higher time frame, we're looking for higher based on where we are. If we then lose the levels, that doesn't mean I'm wrong. It just means that the new information that came over the next couple of days is that, well, this market wants to continue the lower lows, lower highs, break 60K and then go to 50. Okay, so that's how I'll see this. Or it's just a little bit too early to take the long now, okay? And we have to wait for that SFP. But, you know, we need the data. We don't have the data now, but this is where we are now, okay? I hope that makes absolute sense. Igor, you have to redo the recap. No, it's pretty much there now. So overall target, it could be, yeah, so the overall target, okay, for the higher time frame swing could come in at 75K, you know, and wouldn't that be nice? Okay, that would be nice, because then when you're looking at this chart here, I mean, you know, excuse the moving average, you're looking at the range high. So and actually you could do the 0.25, okay, from the high down to the low, okay, and you could just put, in fact, I've got it here, let me just do this properly, and then you could just choose this range, okay, but you could add the deviations of the 0.25 above and below. Look, 70, 76 and 58, so again that 58K, right? So tomorrow when I do the morning update, if there is a little short that we can take here, we could potentially take that local short of the first week open, so 4 weeks in a month. Let's say that we can take the short from here, or even I would prefer 65. Maybe we can take the short for a nice drop 65 and then go, 58, and then go with a close below above here. So that could be something that could happen. So, you know, just have this little 3% or 4% short here. We might get that, but I don't know. That's why I need that close, and tomorrow we can go through that. Okay, but yeah, that's my sort of a higher time frame analysis. Be wary of that. Yes, potentially we could take the range low, but will the bulls try to hold that one time framing on the monthly? You know, that's what we don't know, and that's what we need that data for. Okay, will they try and keep this higher highs and higher low structure? Okay, inside month, meaning we're contracting price action. Once we get out of this range, either to the upside or the downside, that's when we're going to get the big move. Okay, we might go to 96K, we might go to 50K. Okay, we don't know that yet. We need the close. The best close will be a weekly close, and so far we don't have it. So that's it, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Obviously Daniel wasn't here today, but you all had a nice update from me. I've been working religiously on these beautiful templates for the Quant Tower. I know a lot of people are already using them. They're amazing. Don't forget, give the ES and the NQ a little try. It's just, I want to refrain from using the word easy. It is not easy, but you've got a hell of a lot of opportunities. And the other thing I love about the futures is the fees. Honestly, it is the fees. It's like $2, right? $2 to open a $250,000 or dollars or euros position. Like NQ is like 300 and whatever K, nearly 400K, and it costs you like $2 to open and close that position. And it moves like, you know, a few ticks and you've made like $300. It's insane. The levels like this, like the TPOs, everything is just so well respected. Like the naked levels, like Severin loves those naked levels. You've seen them every day on the morning updates. You will be looking at those naked levels. It's just, they are so well respected. Whereby on BTC, they are still very well respected, but you have to be like really picky and have that really nice confluence. Okay. So yeah. And you can see it here. There's no naked levels below. The only naked level we had down here for the profile with time it's already been touched. Okay, that's why there's a big, massive hold on here that we've, there's just nothing. So it begs the question: do we have to go there? In my opinion, not really. Can we just take off? That would be better. However, it might need a little bit of more injection, but that injection will come at 58. And that is why I don't want to short any of this, because I just can't see much in here, to be honest, apart from the value area low and the naked value. So yeah, just trying to kind of like give a little bit more into this. But yeah, this is enough time. Just going through the questions there. AMP. You can trade on AMP or choose a proper firm. They're very good too, and I recommend Top Step. Thank you for your thoughts. Have a brilliant Sunday. Yeah, I've got quite a big Sunday ahead because we've got quite a lot of stuff going on. But anyway, thank you very much. Have a lovely weekend. I will see you tomorrow morning again, same time, perhaps 8 a.m. A little bit earlier tomorrow, just so that we don't miss the initial move. Yeah, let's just revisit this plan to see where we are, to see if we then can take that day trade into a longer trade. So this is like the initial higher time frame view where we have the scenario for like that long trade up to 75k from where we are now, and depending on what happens here over the next few days, then we can really get that plan into fruition. Or if we see that it's not really coming to fruition and we're just looking at all of these sort of like no levels being filled to the downside, we could then either revisit down here, and it might take a little bit longer for that plan to to play out with either the SFP or the loss of the level for looking for lower. I'm long biased just because of the monthly one time frame, okay, and then the weekly sideways range, and then the daily 0.25 where we are. So we could mark the point of controls, but as you can see, there's none below, and you can see the single print staring us at the face. That's why I'm not marking these, because honestly, it takes one click in the morning, the program opens, and I can see them. They're right here. So I'm not marking them on TradingView. I don't have to. I'm always looking at them. They're always here. This chart, this one, and the old ones are always here, and I'm always looking at this as well, so I can see what's going on. I don't have to mark every level, and I want to keep my trading view as clean as I possibly can. Okay, so that's why you don't see many. I just have my higher time frame range, and then I go on the 30-minute, and then I just look for my confluences. Okay, I do add the moving averages, but that's about it. There you go. So you've got the levels there. I will mark some alerts on TradingView as well, but I'll do that tomorrow morning when we do the morning update. Okay, so thank you very much. Have a nice weekend, and yeah, I'll see you soon. Take care and goodbye. Bye.